Hello everybody and welcome back to MSG Entertainment. I'm Morgan Greenwald and today we're going to be looking at the movie Aquaman, which released late last year. Now, the one thing that really makes Aquaman a decent DC movie, which is something that we are all surprised about, was the casting of Jason Momoa as Aquaman. We're so used to the old cartoon portrayal of Aquaman as being not that heroic, really. And in this, we get a really just a badass Aquaman, even more badass than when he was in Justice League, and we get to see a little bit more of how Aquaman fights, how he deals with threats and things in this movie than we did in Justice League, where he wasn't even second. It kind of didn't even seem like a secondary character. It was more like a third character in that movie. Um, what the movie does really well is that it lets its actors have fun throughout the entire movie. Whether it's Jason Momoa, Amber Heard, Willem Dafoe, Patrick Wilson, Nicole Kidman, or whoever, all these actors are having fun with this movie, which I don't think you could really say that. I don't think with anybody except for Ezra Miller in Justice League. Henry Cavill is kind of putting up with a serious acting front for his portrayal of Superman. You can only try and be serious with Ben Affleck's Batman, and even in Wonder Woman, I feel like the only person really having fun with that movie was Chris Pine, because everyone else was thinking, "Oh, this is a war movie. This is happening during World War I. We have to be serious," and you really don't have to be. You can still have fun and make a serious movie. But I feel like now is the only time we got a lead character, a main member of the Justice League, that's having fun with their movie. The visuals in this movie, holy crap. The visuals are stunning. This is why this movie is going to be making over $1 billion in the box office. The first DC movie to do so. And it's because of the visuals. The visuals are so amazingly gorgeous that it's bringing everyone from, not just from America, but all over the world, especially China, where they appreciate the details going into the visuals, that is making this movie money. As I said before, it's an okay movie. Not an okay movie. It's an okay script. There are some really campy lines. Jason Momoa, although he's having a lot of fun, or sometimes it kind of looks like he just like threw a line out there and said, "You know what? That's the right take. Let's do it." But otherwise, it's a beautiful movie with an okay script. The villain in this, incredibly well done. Patrick Wilson is amazing, but the fact that they do things at the end of this movie with the villain that usually doesn't happen with super villains in comic book movies. I applaud James Wan for doing this because it sets up possible further use of this villain or some interesting changes that could happen with the DCEU. Now, it is no secret that Black Manta's in this movie, but he is in it for a short amount of time. I kind of wish he was in it for less. Have him be given something to make sure that he is set up to be a future villain, and then just push him to the side. Have that set up like, oh, we know his name. Huge comic book fans will know that is Black Manta, and have him be set up for a sequel. Don't give us what Black Manta is. Have him be set up for a future movie. A couple spotty things. There's a point where there's a CGI Willem Dafoe that is very noticeably CG'd. Little things like that, but otherwise, James Wan did a phenomenal job. And this kind of just proves that the DCEU has to rely on other directors and not Zack Snyder. Zack has a couple of good movies. The first 300, Watchmen. Those are only two I can think of off the top of my head. But he's treating these comic book movies as a fanboy and not as a creative director. We need, if DC is supposed to somehow catch up to Marvel, it needs creative directors. It doesn't need a fanboy director. Leave him on as director of photography because his cinematography is phenomenal. I cannot say how beautiful his movies are, but his directing is garbage. That's why James Wan's Aquaman was superb compared to Justice League. That's why Wonder Woman was superb compared to Batman v Superman. Because we have directors who are trying to know their character instead of trying to go along with the comics. So, for Justice League 2, for Flash, for Cyborg, whenever we're going to get those movies, bring on directors that are going to direct a movie, not direct a comic book that's going to be into a movie. We need actual directors, not fanboy directors. That's really all I have to say about Aquaman. Definitely go see it in theaters. I know it's late into its running, but it's still making money, so it could still be in. Definitely see this movie either right now in theaters or wait for it to hit your local second run theater. Otherwise, I would give this movie, it's a solid 7, maybe 7.5 out of 10. It's not perfect. It does have its flaws, but it's a good DC movie. That's Aquaman for me. I don't really have much else to add. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Check out my past videos. I've been putting out a lot more this year, and that's one of my New Year's resolutions, to put out more and more content for you guys. And I hope that I can get better equipment so I'm not just recording off my phone. Go to my social media pages and the links down below, and I'll see you next time. We're working Greenwald with MSG Entertainment. You guys have a nice day.